Thank you guys for coming. That's just our opening song. We have some speakers coming up, and I guess they'll introduce people.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Josh. I will be your host for today. I just want to say thank you for all of you guys for coming to Native American Heritage Month ceremony. So we're gonna get started right now. Let me see. So hello to everybody. Excited to see some of you guys will be joining us online. I do want to bring up someone, our chancellor right now, if she could come up and say a few words.
It's really a privilege to be here with all of you today. I want to thank you for being here. A huge shout out to all of our students and staff who've organized today. They put this show together. Thank you, thank you. And I want to say thank you to Paul Aguilar and Medicine Road for being here today. I have such a fond spot in my heart for Paul. We worked together for many years when he was here at Foothill College. And he was one of the driving forces for us to celebrate Native American Heritage Month. We had had such a wonderful tradition of celebrating so many cultures, and Paul really made this happen for us at Foothill, and for him, I'm very grateful. I also want to thank him for a very important connection he made for us at the time that we were going to break ground in Sunnyvale for what is the Foothill Education Center there. And it was thanks to him that we were able to invite an elder of the Ohlone tribe, Anne Marie Sayers, to do a blessing before we ever disturbed any of the earth there. And so I just feel this deep connection to the Ohlone people. And thank you to everyone who has been doing land acknowledgements as you open various activities. We made sure that when we opened the new district office right before the pandemic, that we started with a land acknowledgement indicating that we understand all of the land that we occupy, whether at Foothill, De Anza, in Sunnyvale, that we are on land that was unceded. And we need to honor what has happened and to make sure that we do what we can to the extent that we can that takes some form of reparation. And I thank all of you for being sensitive to that as well. So with that, I don't know about you, but I want to get on so that we get to hear Medicine Road. So thank you for the opportunity to address you. And let me turn the microphone back. Thanks.
Yeah, let's give her a round of applause. So I'm not sure where Paul went, but I do want to say a few words about him. Again, thank you for those words, Chancellor Miner. So Paul, like, as she mentioned, he was actually the co-founder or founder actually of Native American Heritage Month here at Foothill College. Where is he? Oh, there he is.
there.
Yeah,
Hey, Paul.
yeah. If you could come up here, and so we're gonna do the land acknowledgement right now. So yeah, give it up for Paul Aguilar.
I'll just use that mic up there.
For sure.
Just for the sake of sanitation, I'm going to use my own mic. And that's kind of an interesting thing to even think about, right? And I see everybody's wearing masks here. Mine's down to my chin. I've got a chin mask. And it's just really hard to be blissful in what's going on with the pandemic and germs flying through the air that can penetrate our bodies. But what we have to understand is everything changes constantly. You're looking at me right now, but I'm changing every millionth of a second. You don't see it, but it's there. Just like when I'm looking at you, you're actually a different person than after I first looked at you. Does that make sense to anybody? I'm talking from a molecular area, but it's also a spiritual area because everything has a spirit, including the trees. So the trees are actually moving. You're looking at them, but they're moving. They look still, but they're not. The next second you look at it, it's actually grown or changed or morphed or did whatever it's doing very slowly, but it's in its time, it's fast. So what am I getting at? The earth is a living being. It's alive, and it has a spirit just like everybody else. You may not see it or know it, but you can feel it sometimes when you're out in the mountains where I live. I can feel it all the time. I felt it on the way here. And sometimes I get a little choked up because I am Native American, and this whole valley was Native American at one time. This land that this college is on was possibly a sacred area. This hill is very sacred. I know they found some artifacts down where all those mansions are down there years ago, and I know they found artifacts here. And Anne Marie Sayers, the elder that Judy was talking about earlier, did bless this area. She did come in with the blessing. So I'm not going to do a blessing. I'm just going to acknowledge the fact that this land is sacred land. And just by being here, just by being on this property, and just about anywhere really in the US, but definitely here, there was a peaceful people that lived here, and they survived. Back when there were grizzlies out here, maybe none of you've ever even seen a grizzly bear, but if you came face to face with a grizzly bear, start saying your prayers, really, right? And so the energy that has been passed on is still here. And it has been saged and it has been blessed, but that doesn't mean it goes away. And the reason I'm not saging and blessing today, because I want the good and the bad here, because without the bad, there would be no good. Without the good, there'd be no bad. In order to understand, where you're at in this world, you have to understand that there's opposite to everything. So I would just like to acknowledge that this was a lonely land, and I would like to acknowledge that it has been blessed. And I would like to say that it's been a privilege for me to be here for all those years. For one, I've seen every kind of animal across this campus. It's great. I've seen jackrabbits, little bunny rabbits. I've seen hawks. They lived here. So, they lived in a telephone pole down here. So we endure. And the Native people weren't meant to endure. We weren't meant to still be here. We were meant to fade away and go away, but we're still here. And that shows, our resilience and our pride and our willing to live and survive, just like every one of you. You have your own way of doing it. Ours is a very difficult path, so I'm very lucky to be here, and I'm very glad to be here. And with our music, that is going to be our healing energy. That is where we sage you. Hi, Brandy. We're going to sage you with our music. So we would appreciate, some of the songs you'll know they're very spiritual with the flute. We would like it to be not really a church, but, respectful. So we would appreciate that. And I'm not sure, is there another speaker coming up here before we start? No, I think they're ready.
No,
Afterwards, okay. So we'll start, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. So I'd just like to say, aho, matakiasan, and then everybody say, aho.
Aho.
Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. I want to hear this place echo. Ready? Aho, matakiasan. Aho, ho, ho. Awesome. So what you said was, all my relations. Hello. Thank you. This first tune is called Mother Earth Prayer. And Judy, if you feel like jumping up here and singing a little bit, we don't mind. Or anybody too, If you can sing, get up here. And if you can't sing, fake it. We'll see who the old ones are. Ho, 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 ho. I'm sorry, we're doing Earth and Key. song is dedicated to Standing Rock. If any of you are Standing Rock, raise your hand. Standing Rock just happened to you 2 or 3 years ago. The Dapple Oil Company waltzed into a reservation, the Standing Rock Reservation, and started bringing their bulldozers, making roads across the burial ground, a sacred burial ground, in there for hundreds of years, with no regard. How would you like a bulldozer going through your grandparents' cemetery, or where your people are buried? It was a sad day. Some young Lakota girls from Standing Rock saw the tractors coming in from miles away, and they ran and told their mother. Their mother ran with them out there because she couldn't believe it. And she saw the tractors, and they stood in front of them and yelled, "Turn back! This is sacred land. You're bulldozing over our people, our burial grounds. They're sacred. Don't you know that Sitting Bull would not sign that treaty? And you know he was killed because of that." No, I didn't. We're going to put a pipeline here and pump tons and tons of oil to cities to keep running. So sorry. Goodbye. Water is life. Many were choking. Fossil fuels. Money rules. bloodshot eyes filled with mace. The cops are armed with military guns and armored cars mounted with LRAD cannons. Private security and their vicious dogs. Blood is dripping from the canine's mouth with warrior's flesh who came in peace, a prayerful people protecting sacred lands, met by hostile cops who may be someday will understand. Breathe. 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 And live another day. Woohoo. Thank you. Okay, now we'll get to Mother Earth prayer. Sorry about that. You know, and I have the list right in front of me, so I can't blame it on dementia. Actually, it could, but I won't. Just brain dead. All right.
Ready?
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yosin, Takashi Lawanga Tunga Tunga, ho ho! Thank you. This next song I'm going to dedicate to Sitting Bull is called Close Your Eyes. And the reason I'm dedicating it to Sitting Bull is because Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse were the last of the people to turn in their rifles. And they did it for their people. They didn't do it for themselves, because they could have stayed out there and picked off the cavalry from the mountains. They were very good at it. But the people down on the reservation, whenever Sitting Bull or Crazy Horse did something off the wall, killed somebody, killed the wrong person, whatever, those people down there, their children, everybody would, you can guess. It wasn't good for them. Okay, close your eyes. Thank you. Here's a new song we've just written recently, and I'm going to dedicate this one to Crazy Horse. It's called Goodbye, and he got a letter from President Grant saying that they wanted to parley and talk to him and maybe come to an agreement. So he thought, wow, that sounds like a pretty good deal, you know, my people could use that, they could use a relief from all this killing and, you know, hate, let's come to an understanding. So he went in and turned himself into the fort. I forget which fort at this moment. I'll claim dementia on that one. And they shot him. So that's how the system works with Native people. And not to be negative and holding a grudge or anything like that, it's more like forgiving, not forgetting, but forgiving. That's the positive thing. It's something that we can all learn to do in life, I guess. I have a hard time with it. Please don't steal my horse. Okay. I know how you feel and I understand. Change your mind, you know where I am. I don't know where we went wrong, and I don't know why I'm singing this song. Change your mind, you know where I am. I don't know where we went wrong, and I don't know why I'm singing this song, 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 song. So I look to the mountains, and I look to the sea. I couldn't find the key that unlocks your door. So I decided that I couldn't relate between the differences of love and hate. Sometimes I know it takes so long, and I don't know why I'm singing this song, 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 song. Through the mountains, and I last tune, well, not our last tune, we're gonna have Bernadine come up and talk, and then we'll do a closing song. You guys can march out of here. This one's called Celebration Ceremony. And if you've lost a loved one, somebody close to you, a relative, this comes from my heart, this goes out to you. This song is dedicated to all the fallen people, wherever their spirits may roam. This song is celebration, ceremony, designed to help them find a home. But you gotta carry on, you gotta hold it down, you gotta straighten up, and catch a grip on life and find the strength inside. You gotta carry on, you gotta hold it down, you gotta straighten up, and catch a grip on life and find the strength inside. Yeah. Oh. You got a dark cloud that's hanging over you. So long now you don't know what to do. But you hide it oh so well, so carefully. So long now you even think it's true. But you gotta carry on, you gotta hold it down, you gotta straighten up, and catch a grip on life and find the strength inside. You gotta carry on, you gotta hold it down, Be well. Thank you, guys.
Oh, is it working? Okay, there we go. Thank you so much, Paul and Medicine Road. That's the name of his band. So can we give him a round of applause? Yeah. Again, thank you so much for that. So we're gonna move on towards the end of the ceremony, but we do want to bring up our president right now, Dr. Bernadine Fong, if she can come up. Yeah, you can come up. Yeah, this is our college president now.
Good afternoon. It is wonderful to have so many people here in person. And hi, Paul. How long have we known each other? When did you start Foothill?
That's a good question. 22 years ago. Anybody do
So I was here when Paul started Foothill, whenever that was. So I'm Bernadine Chuck Fong, as someone just introduced. I don't know your name. What is your name? Josh, thank you. And this is my second round as president at Foothill. So those of you who have retaken a midterm or had to retake the final, well, I can join you in that endeavor. I was here 15 years ago when I retired as president. This is probably some of you were toddlers, maybe you weren't even born yet. And I was actually started Foothill in 1970, which will be eons ago. It's probably when your parents were just meeting or something like that. So having said that, I just wanted to say that I know Foothill really well. I love Foothill, and this is why Judy was able to take me out of retirement to come back to be with you. I think it's very fitting that my first month, I just started last week or something like that, November 1st, that this is Native American Heritage Month, that we are going back to our roots during this month, that we're remembering who was here before us, that we really have a job to do to honor the land that we're on, and that we want to honor the work that has gone before us, and also that we're really on the verge, I think, of a rebirth. Because as you know, you're all behind masks. Last time I was in this building, no one had a mask. No one even thought about wearing a mask for whatever reason. But we're on a rebirth about coming back to campus. I am just delighted that so many of you are here. I take it that you're here because you also have classes online, on campus. Is that right? So we are trying to get as many people back on campus as possible. And the reason being to have these events, just do you feel the warmth and the synergy and the energy, which I don't think is easy to replicate online. And there's something I'd like all of you to do. We're heading into finals week. I would like you to thank your faculty members that have been teaching you here on campus and to encourage them to continue to do that. And obviously, if you have any that are online, you might ask them, when are they going to be coming back to campus? Because we really want to have the synergy, the kind of vitality that's here that I don't think you can replicate as easily online. And believe me, I'm a big supporter of online. It was under my watch when Foothill College was the first online college in the country, so as far as courses and degrees. So I'm a big fan of online, but I also am a big fan of being together in an environment just like this. So I also want to thank Paul, you and your musicians here. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful. And I know you're going to have another song or something. Okay. But I also want to take time to thank the people who put this event together. So could you all stand or raise your hand? There's, I'm sure, right over here. So please, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So with that, Josh?
Thank you so much, Dr. Fong. So Valeria, oh yeah, go ahead.
When we are back on campus, I would like to have any of you feel free to come into the office, to come by, say hello. However, not yet, because it's full of cobwebs and it's pretty dusty. So we got to get it cleaned out first. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much again, Dr. Fong. So we're gonna move on to our closing. Valeria, can you come up here? Have fun.
Hi guys, thank you so much for coming out today. We really wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. This was our Native American Heritage Month opening, and it went really well. The band was amazing. Thanks, guys. And then tomorrow in this same room, though, we will have our fall festival, which will take place at 12 p.m. And there's going to be a lot of amazing food too, and more activities for you guys to enjoy. And yeah, please take some fry bread on the way out. It's a traditional Native American food. So yeah, thanks, guys. Oh yeah, and some drinks as well. Drink some water. Yeah, thank you.
And what are we thinking now?
Okay, we're gonna do a closing song. I guess, you guys feel free to walk out if you want to stick around, that's cool.
What are we playing?
We're gonna get loud and crazy in this one. Just kidding. Not really.
Is that it?
I didn't bring my distortion box, so that's it. You are a gypsy in a minstrel show. I'd like to know just where you go. You are a mystery in a bad play. You change your faces day to day. And I'd like to know just where you're coming from. Nobody knows where you are going. So look at you, look at me, look at us, look at the things we do. Just to be free. Just to be free. It's not so simple to understand. Oh, so much bloodshed on our lands. But you build your pipelines and scrapers to the sun. Oh, you got so much money, I just share it with no one. But I'd like to know just where you're coming from. Nobody knows where you are going. So look at you, look at me, look at us, look at the things we do. Just to be free. You are a spirit, Mother Earth. Oh, your heart's been beating for so long, and you can hear it, 'cause it's beating strong, long, long, long after you and I are gone. But I'd like to know just where you're coming from. Nobody knows where you are going. So look at you, look at me, look at the things we do. Just do the dream. Just do the Does anyone remember freedom? All right, thank you. We're Medicine Road. We're on Facebook. Check us out. And we'll try to get out. I mean, I'm a paranoid person when it comes to diseases. Oh, one last thing I want to say before you go. Get your education, guys and gals. Definitely. I mean, look where I got, and I'm Native American. I got a long ways. I retired. I had a good job, had good friends. Education helped. Before that, I was having a hard time. So good luck to all of you. Maybe you could be earth scientists that can figure this whole thing out and fix this broken world. I love you. Peace. Woo! Here's to you, Foothill. Woo!